All right, Shalom. Shalom, giving all praise and glory and honors unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. There's another edition of GMS News and Prophecy. And I have some recent news here. And as the scriptures say, for the Gentiles to prepare war. And that is definitely being done. All right. So this is from Al Arabia News. And it reads, Germany signs deal to acquire Israeli-made Arrow 3 hypersonic missile system. All right. Get right into it. It says Germany on Thursday signed a deal to acquire the Israeli-made Arrow 3 hypersonic missile system that will become a key part of Europe's defense against air attack. The signing of the deal, the largest in the history of Israel and its defense industry, was a historic day for both countries. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius said at a press conference alongside his Israeli counterpart, Yoav Gallant. Okay. So this was a real quick article, some real quick news. So these nations are definitely preparing for the War of Armageddon, also known as World War III. Right? Now you notice here that these missiles are rightfully named the Arrow 3 hypersonic missile system. Okay? Now when you read the prophecies in the Bible, right, and you read the scriptures, it says that the Lord is going to use the countries, different countries around the world, to shoot their arrows on Babylon the Great, okay, to destroy it. Now, there is no conventional arrow, no ancient arrow, no arrow that can be used in the what's known as archery to destroy a country. So the arrows that the Lord will be talking about will have to be the modern day missile, okay, or missile system. Okay, so let's get to the scriptures and let's go to the arrows. Okay, matter of fact, okay, well, let's see what it says, because I know it's going to be a lot of scriptures to pop up. Let me see. A few scriptures. Right, so now you have 2 Kings 13 and 15. And Elisha said unto him, take bow and arrows, and he took unto him bow and arrows. So arrows are not, a bow and arrow is not going to take down a country. Okay. Matter of fact, in 2023, there aren't any any form of military that uses bow and arrows in warfare. Okay. Now, in guerrilla warfare, in skirmishes with smaller countries, maybe civil wars, all right, you might have a few men skilled with bows and arrows. All right, but in today's conventional and formal warfare, nobody uses bow and arrows. All right, so now let's get to some prophecies. All right, let's see here. So let's go into, so this is Jeremiah 50 and 9. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. Babylon is talking about the United States of America. So the Lord is going to cause nations to come against the United States of America, starting with Russia, okay, the North Country. And it says great nations. All right, one such assembly of great nations is known today as BRICS, which out there in the media, all right, they are presented as a new global economic alliance. But Russia, China, India, these other countries are also known for having great militaries as well. And a lot of the money and the economics that they're acquiring is going into the development of their militaries. All right? So this is what Jeremiah 59 is talking about. It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her, against the U.S. From thence she shall be taken. Like I said, you cannot take a bow and arrows to destroy a country. It says, their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. So these arrows will have to be arrows that, in all actuality, today would be missiles, which are just like arrows. Hence, why you have a hypersonic missile system, okay, between Germany and Israel just signed a deal of having missiles that are named after arrows. Why? Because arrows and missiles are pretty much the same type of weaponry, except today's missile system, they're propelled by fire, okay? So this is what the scriptures are talking about. It says, Jeremiah 50:14, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. Babylon is America. All ye that bend the bow, all ye that have missiles, hypersonic missiles, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. And the major sin that America has done against the Lord is put the so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans, which are the Israelites, into captivity, into slavery. Okay? So because our people are here under oppression and slavery, the Lord is going to have these other countries destroy America. And he's going to deliver the elect of the Israelites from the destruction of Babylon, a.k.a. the U.S. or America, via Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. All right? So the arrows that it's talking about, which that is why these missiles are named arrows, right? These are the exact weapons that the Lord is going to use, okay, for the destruction of this place. So when you read the prophecies and in the certain scriptures and it speaks on arrows, it's talking about missiles. And the Lord made it very, very, very obvious, okay, that the arrows in the scriptures are talking about missiles. But actually having missiles in this modern world be called arrows, all right? There are certain things in the scriptures that are just obvious to compare and make sense of, okay? So now I looked up what a hypersonic missile is, and I'll just give a few brief definitions, because you have hypersonic missiles, but not all of them are necessarily nuclear powered, all right, or have nuclear warheads. So I have here a hypersonic missile, and it led me to a hypersonic weapon, okay? Overview. What is a hypersonic weapon? Let's see here. Hypersonic weapon. A hypersonic weapon is a weapon capable of traveling at hypersonic speed, defined as between 5 and 25 times the speed of sound, or about 1 to 5 miles per second. And then you see here, an air-launched rapid response weapon Arrow, carried by a B-52 bomber. Okay, so you have these hypersonic missiles, and some are actually known as arrows. Okay? The air-launched rapid response weapon, also known as Arrow. Okay? But you also have hypersonic nuclear missiles. Okay? So it says here, can hypersonic missiles be nuclear? It says such missiles can carry both conventional and nuclear warheads and have the ability to strike moving targets precisely, such as aircraft carriers. This is from June 11, 2023. So you can have conventional warheads, which pretty much are just like ballistic warheads, like a big bullet. But then you also have nuclear warheads, okay, which use nuclear fission to pretty much wipe out at ground zero. Okay, you gotta know certain science behind certain things and how they tie into the scriptures. Okay. Now there were a few questions here. Let's see. Which country has hypersonic nuclear missiles? Right. So the countries that have hypersonic nuclear missiles that could destroy countries: Russia, North Korea, Iran, and China. Okay. The U.S. does not have hypersonic nuclear missiles. All right. Okay, what they do? Right. They're testing them out. All right. But I'm gonna go to another question, and this is going to just show you how the U.S. Stacks up against these other countries' hypersonic missiles. Okay. China, Russia, North Korea, other countries. Australia, France, Germany, and Japan also started to pursue hypersonic weapon development. Iran, Israel, and South Korea reportedly have started conducting foundational research on hypersonic weaponry. All right, so now why does the U.S. not have hypersonic missiles? In fact, according to a Congressional Research Service and Focus report issued in May 2023, U.S. defense officials have stated that both existing terrestrial and space-based sensor architectures are insufficient to detect and track hypersonic weapons. Right, because the U.S. are starting to develop, but they don't necessarily have these types of missiles. Here we go. Does USA have hypersonic missiles? Russia is believed to have used a missile that is classified as hypersonic in its war with Ukraine. The United States has not yet fielded such weapons for both scientific and policy reasons, but the U.S. does have nuclear missiles. Hypersonic missiles are expensive, and there have been questions about the value of the capabilities they might provide. And it says that it takes about $10 million to make one of these Russian hypersonic missiles. How long does it take for a hypersonic missile to reach the United States from Russia? 30 minutes. So a lot of these things are just, worth the Google, and they lead you to different articles and research that can help you understand the scriptures more. Okay. What country has the best missile technology in the world? Russia tests the world's most powerful missile 5 facts about the nuclear-capable missile. So the U.S. is far behind when it comes to hypersonic nuclear missiles. What is the doomsday clock in 2023? A time of unprecedented danger. It is 90 seconds to midnight. This year, the Science and Security Board of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists moves the hands of the doomsday clock forward, largely, though not exclusively, because of the mounting dangers of the war in Ukraine. And that war is going to help extend into the War of Armageddon or World War III. And people know that. People feel that. You know, it's been all over the internet and other media and news reports over the last few years. And it's just a matter of time before things escalate into what's known as a full-on hot war. You know. But, hey, you know, I'm going to leave it here. Yep, Germany signs deal to acquire Israeli-made Arrow 3 hypersonic missile system. So the nations are definitely preparing for the wars ahead. And matter of fact, one more scripture, which is Joel, the 3rd chapter. And these are prophecies and breakdowns we should all know. So this is Joel 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, which are who? The other nations, okay, outside of the so-called black Spanish and Native Americans, which are, without a shadow of a doubt and a fact, the Hebrew Israelites, which are the chosen people of the Lord in the Holy Scriptures. Everyone else is a Gentile. And their countries, their nations are doing what? Preparing war. It says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So they're getting their militaries together. Beat your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So this is what is happening in different countries around the world. They're preparing their militaries for this last battle, which is going to be known as the War of Armageddon, or the Battle of Armageddon. Verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. And that's what they're going to do over there in the Middle East. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Thither means there. That's where the angels, the so-called UAPs, are going to come down with Yahushua to destroy the heathen as well. Let the heathen be wakened, verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which that word Jehoshaphat means the judgment of Yahweh, or Yahweh's judgment. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And who's going to judge? The Lord, who the word Israel calls God, whose true name is Yahweh, and the son's name is Yahushua. So, you know, we're definitely in that time period. We're definitely seeing Joel 3:9 begin to take place, and the Gentiles preparing for war. It's just a matter of time before the Lord judges the world for their wickedness and delivers the elect of us Israelites. So with that, our praise to go to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the Great Millstone. Shalom.